horizontal distance from the bottom of the cliff to the boat is BC, which is approximately 14.43 centimeters. So therefore, the horizontal distance is 14.43 centimeters approximately. Looking out from the window of a building at a height of 30 meters. Observe that the angle of depression of the top of a pole was 44 degrees. If the foot of the pole is 25 meters from the foot of the building, on the same horizontal ground, find the nearest hole, the number, correct to the nearest whole number, the angle of depression of the foot of the pole from the woman, the height of the flagpole. Let me repeat the question again. The angle of depression of the top of a pole was 44 degrees. If I told you before, you will be able to solve this properly. You always need a sketch. You have to sketch the information you have. So let's look at the sketch. A woman looking out from the window of a building at a height of 30 meters. So meaning from the foot of the building to the window, the height is 30 meters. From the foot of the window, the height of this vertically. Here is the window of the building where the woman is. I labeled that T. And this is the foot of the building. Let's say that one is B. A woman looking out from the now angle of depression. Before we get the angle, we get our horizontal eye level. This is our horizontal eye level. Now the woman is looking on a pole. Let's look at the angle. Observe the angle of depression of the top of a pole was 44 degrees. Of the top of a pole, meaning the woman, where the woman is at the window of the building, is above the top of the flagpole. So we have the pole here, standing on the same horizontal ground with the building. This is the base of the pole. Let's call that one. And this is the top of the pole. Let's call it R. So the angle of depression from the woman to the top of the pole is 44 degrees. So we have from the woman to the pole, we bring that line, top of the pole. This angle here is 44 degrees. The angle there is 44 degrees, the angle of depression. If the pole is 25 meters away from the foot of the building, and the building is 25 meters. This is the foot of the building, and that's the foot of the pole. If it is 25 meters away, this is 25 meters. Then you have, let's look at again. If the pole is 25 meters away from the foot of the building, and on the same horizontal ground, find, correct to the nearest whole number, the angle of depression of the foot of the pole from the woman. The angle of depression of the foot of the pole from the woman. So that's the woman to the foot of the pole. The angle of depression is what you are asked to find. You have the woman here to the foot of the pole, this time around, not the top of the pole. So the angle you are asked to find is this angle. The angle of depression from the foot of the pole. The angle of depression to the foot of the pole. How do we find that angle? This is all we have. Let's see how do we find the angle. We look at the diagram we have. This is a right angle, a horizontal line and a vertical line meeting. Now here also we can have this, a horizontal line here. That's the horizontal eye level at the top of the pole. And this angle, 44 degrees, you can see 44 will be alternate to this angle here. So we are asked to find the angle of depression from the woman to the foot of the pole. We have the pole as we have it. The pole now is AR. I told you before the foot of the pole is A and the top of the pole is R. The building, the base of the building is B, and the window where the woman is at the building, that is label T. That distance is given in the question. A woman looking out from the window of a building at a height of 30 meters. So we put the height of the building from the base of the building to the window of the building where the woman is looking at, that is 30 meters. So 30 meters is the height of the building from the base to the window. Now we are asked to find the angle of depression from the woman, the angle of depression from the woman to the foot of the pole. The angle of depression of the foot of the pole from the woman. How do we find that? You just look at these ones here. We have 44 degrees here. Then we have horizontal eye level at the top of the pole. This 44 degrees is alternate to this angle that we have here. That is the horizontal line at the top of the pole. You have 44 degrees alternate angles. Then what else do we have? What else do we have? We are asked to find the angle of depression from the woman to the pole. Let's look at that. We have right angle triangles in the diagram. We have right angle triangle RT. I've labeled this RT. Let's say C here. Right angle triangle RTC. That is the line, horizontal line from the top of the pole to the building. Horizontal line from the pole towards the building. The point where the two lines intersect is labeled C. That is a right angle triangle. And we have another right angle triangle ATB. The TB is the height of the building from the base to the window, and RA is the height of the flagpole. BC is equal to the height of the flagpole. Now let's find the angle of depression. Let's, as I said, we extract triangles, the right angle triangle. I will extract the triangle ATB, the bigger right angle triangle. This is 25 meters. This is 30 meters. And we are asked to find the angle of depression. Look at that angle of depression alternate to this other angle here. The angle of depression is alternate to this angle we have here. So if we find this angle is equal to the angle of depression to the foot of the pole. So what is that angle? The angle is what we have here. So we label it theta, and this is the angle here. We have it theta. We use trigonometric ratios to find the angle theta. We look which of the three ratios is more suitable to use so that we will have our angle theta. If you look at this right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is not there. So when the hypotenuse is not there, what do? We use tan. So we'll have tan theta opposite over adjacent. Because we have no hypotenuse, we use tan theta. So our theta is there, and the opposite of theta is the line directly opposite. So we have the opposite of theta is 30, and the adjacent of theta is 25. So we fix that. We'll have tan theta is equals to 30 opposite over the adjacent 25. So tan theta is equals to 30 over 25. So we'll have tan theta is equals to 30 over 25 is 1.2. Find the tan inverse to get the theta. So we'll say theta is equals to tan inverse of 1.2. Theta So of 1.2, if you press your calculator, of 1.2 is 50.194. Tan inverse of 1.2 is 50.194. So theta is approximately 50 degrees. What did the question ask us to find? The angle of depression to the foot of the pole. Let's look at that. The angle of depression from the woman to the foot of the pole. So the angle we have here is the angle of elevation from the foot of the pole to the woman. So which is alternate to the angle of depression from the foot of the woman, and the question said to the nearest whole number. The angle of depression from the woman to the foot of the pole therefore is 50 degrees to the nearest whole number. So that's what we do. That is the A part of the question. The A is 50 degrees, the angle of depression from the woman to the foot of the pole. So we go to the next one. B part of the question says height of the flagpole. The height of the flagpole. In the diagram, the height of the flagpole is R. The height of the flagpole is RA. Is the height of our flagpole. How do we find the height of the flagpole? I told you before, BC is equals to RA as the height of the flagpole. What do we need to find? We use right angle triangle. RTC. So in that right angle triangle, we have 44 here as the angle, and this is theta. This line here, that is 25 meter, is equals to the line RC, which is also 25 meters. We have an angle, we have a side, and on the triangle. To find the other side, we use the trigonometric ratio. We have 44 degrees. The side we have is the 44 degrees, and we are find TC, which is opposite to the 44 degrees. So what do we use to find that? We use tan to find it, because we are looking for the opposite and we have the adjacent. So we will have tan theta is equals to, that's the right angle triangle. Let me get it again. This is 25 meters. This is T, this is C, and here is 44 degrees, and this one is R, the top of the flag. This 25 meters, so the opposite is TC. We can have our tan theta as opposite, that's TC. Tan theta is equals to opposite, that is TC, the side TC all over the other side, that is 25. So we find the side TC by cross multiplying. So if we cross multiply, we will have TC, the side TC is equals to 25 tan theta. And the theta, if you go to the right angle triangle, our theta is 44. That is the angle in the right angle triangle. So we substitute the 44. So our side TC is equals to 25 tan 44. TC, if you press the calculator, we will have 25 tan 44 is 24.14 meters. The side TC is 24.14 meters. What are we asked to find? We are asked to find the height of the flagpole. What do we have? We have TC. So the whole length of TB is the height from the base of the building to the window. The flagpole is a part of it. So the top part of that length is 24.14. To get the height of the flagpole, we subtract that from 30 meters. So to get the height of the flagpole, we will have, therefore, the height of the flagpole, is going to be 30 meters minus 24.14 meters. Minus 24.14 meters will give you what? If you press your calculator, you will have 5.86 meters. 5.86 meters. The question says to the nearest whole number. To the nearest whole number, the height of the flagpole is, to the nearest whole number approximately is 6 meters. So therefore, the height of the flagpole is 6 meters. Let's look at this question. If we come in our next class, we will get this one done. Huh? A point H is 20 meters away from the foot of a tower on the same horizontal ground. A point H is 20 meters away from the foot of the horizontal ground. From point H, the angle of elevation of the P on the tower and the top T of the tower are 30 degrees and 50 degrees respectively. P on the tower, that is very important, and on the top T of the tower are 30 degrees and 50 degrees respectively. Calculate correct three significant figures, PT, B, A is PT, B, the distance between H and the top of the tower, and C, the position of H if the angle of depression of H from the top of the tower is to be 40 degrees. Is to be 40 degrees. So with this, end of, and until I see you another time. Thank you.